This is part third. Today means this is the third day for one two third day for today. We are going to complete this chapter, and as we read earlier that how Trenti went to the Dalinka, the brother of the Fokla, and how he made release, कैसे वह हाथ छुड़ाया उस बच्चे का उस इंटेंगल पेड़ में के होल में से, हॉलो में से, and after that they started to return back to their home. Meanwhile, rain started to fall down. They wet completely, and anyhow, during the return to the home, they entered into the again trees and wood. You can say little bit garden, and there they found the nests of the cuckoos and other bird, and आफ्टर दैट दे मीट द बीहाइव, दैट इज मधुमक्खियों का जो छत्ता था, सॉरी एंट हाइव्स, दैट इज द जो माउंड था, टीला था चींटियों के द्वारा, एंड दैट माउंड वाज बीइंग फ्लोटेड बाय द फ्लोटेड वाटर, जो बाढ़ जैसा पानी कलेक्ट हो गया था उसमें जो चींटियों का माउंड जैसा टीला जैसा घर था वो बह रहा था. सो ट्रेंटी सजेस्टेड टू फोकला एंड डनिल्का दैट दे keep in their mind that they would never made or build their home or anything in the ditch area, यानी जहाँ ढलुआ हो, जहाँ ढाल हो, थोड़ा गड्ढा हो, वहाँ पे कभी जिंदगी में वो कुछ ना बनाए, क्योंकि कभी भी पानी आके भर सकता है, वह चीज़ बह सकती है. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू प्रोसीड फर्दर. They go on means they proceeded, they kept continue to go further means वो आगे वहाँ से मधुमक्खियों के छत्तों के साइड से होते हुए चींटियों के यहाँ से वो धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ते रहे घर की तरफ. And here are some bees, cries Danilka, pointing to the branch of a young oak tree. And then Danilka saw that there was the beehive, that is the मधुमक्खियों का छाता, was there on the young oak tree. The drenched and chilled bees are huddled together on the branch. हडल्ड, HUDDLE, हडल मीन्स होता है कलेक्टेड, जैसे कि मतलब जब आप किसी मधुमक्खी के छत्ते को डिस्टर्ब कीजिएगा, या ये जो एंट होती है ना, हाड़ी जिसे कहते हो आप लोग देहात में, उन्हें थोड़ा भी डिस्टर्ब करो तो वो छत्तों पे से निकल के आकर के ब्रांच पे, शाखाओं पे इकट्ठा होकर कलेक्ट होकर बैठ जाती हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड हडल्ड टुगेदर मीन्स एक साथ परेशान थे और एकदम अफरा तफरी आफत में मची हुई थी उनमें. So here some bees, the drenched and chilled bees are huddled together on the branch means all bees were gathered on the dried branch because their hive was totally wet due to the rain. There are so many of them that neither bark nor leaf can be seen. Many of them are settled on one another. Danilka showed that how those hives are, that is the bees, hive या bees, hive means भी मधुमक्खियाँ होता है, bees means भी, तो bees you can say bees are hives. So there were lot of huge in quantity hives or bees were huddled and gathered on the branches in such a way that there was no little bit sign of the bark or branch in the sight of the eyes. मतलब वो इतनी कलेक्टेड थी, इतनी ज़्यादा इन ह्यूज क्वांटिटी थी कि वो पूरे डाल को कवर कर ली थी. जहाँ वो थी वहाँ पे वो डाल की छाल और डाल तक दिखाई नहीं दे रही थी. सम ऑफ देम वेयर सिटिंग ऑन द बॉडी ऑफ द अदर बी, मतलब जगह ही नहीं थी, और जगह न होने की वजह से क्या करती कि मधुमक्खियाँ एक दूसरे के ऊपर भी बैठी हुई थी. दैट्स अ स्वार्म ऑफ बीज, Trenti informs them they were flying looking for a home, and when the rain came down upon them they settled. If a swarm is flying, you need only sprinkle water on them to make them settle. Now if say you wanted to take the swarm, you would bend the branch with them into a sack and shake it, and they all fall in. Trenti is telling swarm, first of all SWARM, swarm means the flock of bees, मतलब मधुमक्खियों का झुंड, कलेक्टेड ग्रुप ऑफ द फ्लॉक ऑफ द लोकस्टस, लाइक यू कैन से लोकस्टस ऑफ प्लेग, जो टिड्डों का दल होता है, इन सेम वे लोकस्टस ऑफ द हाइव्स इन लिटिल स्मॉल शॉर्ट वर्ड यू कैन से. सो ट्रेंटी इज टेलिंग them that there was the swarm of the bees or the flock of the bees, and they were in search of the home because they have separated from their old home, and now they were in the search of the new home. But due to rain, when they got wet, then they settled on the branch by collecting with each other in huddled way. And further, Trenti told Danilka that if you want to collect these bees, then you must have to bring a sack. Yes, ऐसी के sack means बोरा सूती का जो होता है. And then you shall have to move in motion the branch on which those bees are, and thus they all will fall down into the sack, and then you will be able to carry your bees to your home or wherever you want to make settle them. Little Fokla suddenly frowns and rubs her neck vigorously. 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 This is the adverb of manner. Vigorously means excitedly and ignorantly. उद्दंडता से, झटके से, जल्दी से. She started to rub. Rub means रगड़ना. Her neck. And frowns. Frown means opens his मतलब ये भाव चढ़ाना. You can say in anger or in pain. So Fokla realized some pain in her neck and frowned and started to rub her neck. What was there? Her brother looks at her neck and sees a big swelling on it. And suddenly, where Fokla was rubbing her neck, her brother Danilka looked towards or on that spot where she was rubbing and found that part of the Fokla's neck which was being rubbed by her had swollen. वो फूल चुका था. SWOLLEN swollen is फूला हुआ. Hey, laughs the cobbler. Do you know where you got that from? Fokla, old girl, there are Spanish flies on some trees in the wood. The rain has trickled off them and a drop has fallen on your neck. That's what has made the swelling. Then Trenti told that, listen Fokla, how did you get this swelling? Then Trenti told them that there are some German bees also here, and during the raindrop they were drenched or might have been drenched and sat on the branch, and by sitting there they excurse their poison. Excurse में होता है निकालना, छोड़ना. जब वो भीगती हैं तो अपना पॉइजन वो छोड़ती हैं. एंड एनी हाउ द ड्रॉप ऑफ दैट पॉइजन मिक्सड ऑफ द बीज fell down anyhow on your neck from the branch of the tree, and due to that it has swollen. Then the drops in middle of the swelling. The sun appears from behind the clouds and floods the wood, the fields, and the three friends with its warm light. The dark menacing, MENACE, menace means धमकी देना होता है. menacing gerundial form है धमकी देते हुए. Cloud has gone far away and taken the storm with it. The air is warm and fragrant. FRAGRANT. Fragrant means mixed with good smell, attractive smell. That is khushbu. Fragrant means khushbu. There is a scent of bird. Scent means again good smell. Cherry, meadow sweet, and lilies of the valley. Meadow sweet, that is the flowers, and lilies of the valley. Valley means ghati. Means now after passing of the vast storm, heavy storm, and passing of the huge clouds from the sky, now weather was clean, sun started to shine, and when it started to shine, it make attractive golden color to the whole environment, and all woods, trees, plants, little creatures, insects, even these three, Trenti, Danilka, and Fokla also liked that sun rays and realized in their heart pleasant situation, pleasantness, खुशी, that is अच्छा और आनंद लगा उन्हें. And there was now air was totally filled with the good and charming attractive smell which was making overwhelmed each and every one. That herb is given when your nose bleeds says Trinity, pointing to a woolly looking flower. It does good. देखो, there is one thing, woolly looking. आप लोग एक पौधे का नाम अपने यहाँ भी सुने होंगे कि जुखाम या वो पीलिया हुआ है तो उसे सूंघ लोगे तो वो ठीक हो जाता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड वुली लुकिंग, उसे कह रहे हैं वो. तो वो ट्रेंटी इज टेलिंग टू द फोकला एंड डनिलका by pointing towards that plant that look, that plant is useful for the cough. that is खांसी और जुखाम के लिए यह जो है बहुत उपयोगी है और सदुपयोगी है. when you get smell this flower, then your cough and other types of disease of your nostril will get removed. ठीक हो जाएंगे. They hear a whistle and a rumble, but not such a rumble as the storm clouds carried away. Suddenly, they heard a whistle and a type of rumble, which was not like the huge cloud, but yet it was rumble means rugged, that is the collision with each other. A good train races by before the eyes of Terenti, Danilka, and Foikla. A train was passing by them. The engine panting and puffing out black smoke drags more than 20 vans after it. Its power is tremendous. Tremendous means glorious, शानदार, दिव्य. The children are interested to know how an engine not alive and without the help of horses can move and drag such weights, and Trente undertakes to explain it to them. UNDERTAKE, undertake means होता है to take responsibility, जिम्मेदारी लेना. So when train passed by all them three, then there were a lot of questions in the mind and heart of the Danilka and Fockla, that how the engine of the train was not alive, means lifeless, and how could that engine pull the carriage of the other carriages and the loaded materials in them without the help of the horses. इसको कह रहे हैं, ट्रेंटी से पूछ रहे हैं कि ये इंजन एक तो जिंदा नहीं है, दैट इज द लाइफलेस, निर्जीव है, और जब वह निर्जीव है तो कैसे यह इंजन जो है इन चीज़ों को खींच लेता है इतना भारी वजन लेकर के, वो भी बिना घोड़े गाड़ी के या किसी वजह के. एंड देन ट्रेंटी टुक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू मेक अंडरस्टैंड देम, और तब ट्रेंटी कहता है कि मैं तुम्हें समझाऊंगा, वह जिम्मेदारी लेता है समझाने की. It's all the steam's doing, children, and Trenti told them that all that was possible only due to the steam of the engine. The steam does the work, you see, it shows under that thing near the wheels and it works. Then Trenti told that how steam does work. When steam pressurizes the engine of that train, and then it makes move or brings in motion through the wheels of the engine, and when wheels come in motion, then engine starts to move on, and then the whole carriage is pulled by that engine. Means Trenti tried to say that all effect was only due to the steam, bhap, wash. They cross the railway line and going down from the embankment, EMBANKEMENT, embankment में होता है जैसे एक ढलुआ जमीन हो, ऊपर से नीचे की ओर ऐसे चलने वाली जमीन, that is called embankment. So they cross the railway line. Anyhow, they cross the railway line through the gateway and going down, and went down from the embankment, walk towards the river. They walk not with any object but just at random and talk all the way. And they walk not with any, and there to walk, to go, proceed towards further and further. As they were proceeding and walking, there was no particular purpose behind walking. Only purpose was just to walk randomly and without any object. Means they were wandering and talking with each other. कोई विशेष पर्पज नहीं था उनका आगे बढ़ने का, बस वो बढ़ते जा रहे थे और मेन पर्पज उनका क्या था, बात करना, आपस में टाइम पास करना. एनी हाउ दे वर पासिंग देयर टाइम. टॉक ऑल द वे. डनिल्का आस्क्स क्वेश्चन, ट्रेंटी आंसर्स देम. डनिल्का का काम था क्वेश्चन पूछना, ट्रेंटी का काम था कि हाँ ठीक है रिप्लाई करते जा रहा था. Trenti answers all his questions and there is no secret in nature which baffles him. BAFFLE baffle means होता है to make puzzle, to make surprise, और in other words you can say to give some troublesome situation, मीन्स परेशान करने की स्थिति पैदा करना या जिसे देखकर आपको डर लगे, चिढ़ हो या कोई नाराजगी हो, दैट इज कॉल्ड वर्ड बैफल। जैसे आप किसी चिढ़ जाते हो, किसी देखते थोड़ा परेशानी से होती है, आपको डिस्टर्बेंस सा रियलाइज होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड बैफल। सो ट्रेंटी इज सेइंग दैट ऑल हिज क्वेश्चन देयर इज नो सीक्रेट इन नेचर व्हिच बैफल्स हिम एंड देयर वाज नो इवन नॉट अ लिटिल बिट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द साइड ऑफ द Danilka and there was no little bit answer from the side of the Trenti that might baffle to each other. Even the nature also attracts Trenti and never Trenti gets baffled being in the among the or in the nature. He knows everything, means thus for example he knows the names of all the wild flowers, animals and stones. He knows what herbs cure disease. He has no difficulty in telling the age of a horse or cow. Looking at the sunset, at the moon or the birds, he can tell what sort of weather it will be the next day. And indeed it is not only Trenti who is so wise. Silently Slich, the innkeeper, the market gardener, the shepherd and all the villagers generally speaking know as much as he does. कह रहा है अब this passage is telling that Trenti was very experienced person. He was able to predict anything about the weather or environment only by seeing the birds and weather and animals etc. surrounding etc. Trenti was knowing very well that which plant will cure which disease, what was use of different plants. Trenti could see only by seeing the any animal, the age of that animal etc etc. And more than this passage is saying that not only Trenti, the every villager who belonged or who belongs to the village area, rural area, who is able due to his her experience to tell all this just like the Trenti. These people have learnt not from books but in the fields, in the wood, on the river bank. This line is saying that all these villagers did not came to learn by reading the books, but they came to learn just by experience of their life, by working in the open field and with the experience of the life in the wood or river. Their teachers have been the birds themselves. When they sang to them the sun, when it left a glow of crimson behind it at setting, the very trees and wild herbs. This passage, these lines, 2-3 lines are saying that they came to learn that these lines are saying that who was or who is the teacher of those villagers. The teacher was the nature itself. Means this passage is saying that the nature is the best foster mother, nature is the best guide for human being. If we become in the nature, we become dependent totally on the nature, then it will give us a suitable, proper nourishment and protection between it. So nature is almighty, we should follow, we should abide by the nature, we should respect the nature, and if we give our time to nature, then it will give lot of experience to all of us, the whole human race. Danilka looks at Trenti and greedily drinks in every word. In spring, before one is weary of a warmth and the monotonous green of the fields, when everything is fresh and full of fragrance, who would not want to hear about the golden May beetles, about the cranes, about the gurgling streams and the corn blooming? This is the whole description of this passage is totally describing the attractive side of the nature aspect, attractive and charming aspect of the nature. मीन्स ये पैसेज जो है पूरी तरह से सिर्फ यह वर्णन करता है, बखान कर रहा है, बतला रहा है कि हाउ नेचर बिकम्स अट्रैक्टिव व्हेन इट बिकम्स इन इट्स फुल फ्लो, इन इट्स फुल ब्लूम। मतलब जब प्रकृति पूरी सजी धजी होती है, अपने मौसम में होती है, तो उस समय व्यक्ति पूरी तरह से इस पे अट्रैक्ट होता है, आकर्षित होता है, और इससे बढ़िया सुंदर दृश्य सीनरी हो ही नहीं सकती। दिस इज द सेंस ऑफ दिस द होल पैसेज, एंड आई थिंक बेटा I shall stop here today because at 9 o'clock